All right, here we have our orange vises, the 6x20" vises. I got these pretty much, actually they came before we got the mill, even though I ordered them after. I do love these vises. We use them every day. We use them for fixtures. We use them as vises. We use them for soft jaws, carved smart jaws. They're amazing. I love them. The one thing I don't like that we're gonna fix right now, that's bitten me twice, is this is the carrier. Here is our Norseman pallet. It's got dovetail jaws there, which grip here into the dovetail of the vise. So basically we go like this. And then, that's not even the right vise. It needs to go on that one. So what we do is we finish the pallet, we take it off, we put it on the bench to work on it, and then this is left to slide. And like what we did on the weekend, we made a whole bunch of foam inserts here, as well as the foam that goes in the knives, in the knife cases. So this was left open. We put a black piece of plastic on it, put magnets on it, I couldn't see, and as the machine is cutting something else, then this thing goes like that, and then it ended up like that, but it's covered with black plastic, so I couldn't see that it was bad. And then I go in the morning to warm up the machine, and the table goes all around, and this thing smacked against one of the back covers in the machine and bent the main shaft, which sucked. I don't know where it is. So this has happened twice now. I don't know if you can see the bend of that one. There, I'll hold it vertically from the bottom. It's got a good angle to it. Luckily, Orange Vise sells these as replacements. They're very cheap. They're like 45 bucks. Not too disappointed about that. But the problem is, this needs some sort of tabby thing to not fly out. So now that both devices are off, we're cleaning, we're going through them. We're gonna drill and tap a hole here so that we can thread in a bolt with like a washer or something, just so that they have somewhere to stop up against. I'm not sure if the new vises, like these are three years old, I'm not sure if the new ones have that feature, but they should. Something to keep in mind, or we could, take this out every time we're not using it, but that's a mental checklist. I want like a no-brainer way to do it. So if we put a bolt in there, then we'll never have this problem again. That's what we're working on right now. We're also just tearing it apart, cleaning it. One of these vises has never ever come off the mill. The table looks really, really good underneath. And then we'll clean them all up, mount them back up, go full hog wild on our big Kaiser T-slot cutter covers. And we tried one of them just because it was easy to install, and it worked really, really, really well. So now we're gonna kind of cover the whole table in these things. One kit should have been just enough, or should be just enough to cover everything we need. We'll find out. That's not bad for a vise that I don't think it's ever come off. So the table actually looks really good underneath. A little bit of rust spots where the one vise never came off. I don't mind the spotting and the fact that you can see it, but it's not really rusted at all. We did spray some stuff down. I think it's LPS. But yeah, we're gonna kind of clean this up and can't wait. Get it fresh as daisies. The one thing we gotta keep in mind though is that now every single fixture offset that we use those two locations for has to be retouched off again. So I just got to make sure we do them all the second we put the vises back on, because 3 weeks down the road we're not going to remember that, oh crap, I forgot to like redo that one. So we got to make sure that everything gets done now. As far as that checklist, I was just going to look through the offsets page, work offsets, and here I can see every work offset I use. G54 is my hard combo jaws for the Carve Smart. G55 doesn't have a description. I think it's just a random one. G56 is my rasp top, so we're going to have to put the rasp palette on, touch it off for G56. 57 is my temporary. I don't care about it. 58 says detent ball. Ooh, I do need to. That's an important one. 59 is Norseman top, and it goes on and on and on. Yeah, so we're basically going to have to set up every one of those to touch them off, or set these all to 0 right now so that as the job comes up later, it's going to be like way off, and then we'll have to set it then. Either way should work fine.
What Orange should have done from the start.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Cool.
Sounds a bit weird, eh?
It didn't have to tighten far, right? So utilizing clamps that we have had for years and years and years, those little square ones, able to put them on the vise, reuse them, repurpose them, love it. I do hope that Orange Vises come out with this feature in the future, or currently, I'm not sure yet. And that's all I got.